Hello, Claire here in the Pacific Northwest Puget Sound area, Grow Zone 8B. And it has been a hot minute since I've checked in with you guys to show you what's going on in the garden this season. And I think what I'll do today is start off with what I'm loving right now. And then I will also show you what I'm not loving and talk about where I've been, what I've been doing. And I've been waiting to get dolled up and cute, but I figured, you know what? I got time coming out here in my pajamas and we'll do this. Here's something cute that's making me so happy this year. There was 3 volunteer sunflowers here next to this trellis, and look how happy that is. They're kind of short and dwarfish, and they're really cute and sunshiny. So right now, these are the things up here that are giving me so much joy. This Rudbeckia, it has this pink tinge to it. See, this other one is yellow, but as it develops, it starts developing pink on the edges. I really love this. So I'm going to come out here and cut off some of these spent ones and maybe hang them up and dry them out or something. But then there's this one that's more red, and I love it. So I hope that more seed falls off of this and scatters everywhere, and I get more of that next year. These particular roses have been so generous all season long. They keep producing more and more. I need to come out here and cut back some old growth here. This one's really been prolific this year. Here is something that is making me so happy is our potato buckets and our baskets. And look at this healthy potato plant growth from all different angles out of this thing. It looks kind of eaten to bits here. That's because the chickens got a hold of it. But I'm just gonna hope and trust that the roots are multiplying and we're getting so many tubers. We'll have a ton of potatoes when it's time to dump this thing out. This is my favorite rose. This is the one that we planted for Katana when she was born. Beautiful, beautiful bloom here. I finally planted some salvia, and it is like a butterfly magnet. And so finally, even though it was teeny tiny, a colorful orangish colored butterfly came to visit it the other day, and I was just tickled to death because I've been begging butterflies to come to my yard for 2 years now, and don't mind those sad daisies behind it, but oh, it's so cute. Here is some of those beautiful sunset roses that I love so much. I don't know the exact variety, but they start out yellow and turn to this beautiful deep pink color, and it brings me so much joy. The lighting isn't super great here this morning, but I just love tiger lilies so much. These have been the one little joy that I have going on up here right now, because everything else is pretty decrepit looking. That's okay. I'm going to come out here and chop stuff back and prune things, and everything has a season, right? So this is something that doesn't necessarily make me sad or happy or anything. I'm kind of neutral. It's a little bit funny to me because I've never had this problem with getting straw, but there must have been so much wheat seed in the straw that I'm just like, did they even harvest any? But here we are with our own unintentional wheat field, and it just makes me want to do that scene from The Gladiator where he's walking through the wheat field, and I need that dramatic music in the background for that. There we go again. Maybe I can make some bread out of this. We'll see. Here is some of that volunteer Belle of Ireland that survived, and by survived, I'll show you in a minute what happened in this garden space to make it kind of crazy. Well, there it goes. These guys are not deterred by my brand new fence. So look at here. Look at this. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Oh, having chicken nuggets for dinner. That's what's gonna happen to y'all. Get out of here. Like, look, there's not even any wood chips on the ground. And they've done torn up. Ooh, buddy. Come here. Oh my God. Just go. All right, so let me talk you through what you just saw, what happened and when it happened. So that happened probably a month ago. See my brand new fence here, right here. Okay. So my husband, bless his heart, precious, precious heart. And I wouldn't have thought anything else. He did not bring the panel all the way to the fence because you're thinking like, what's going to fit in this little space? I mean, I wouldn't think anything, but no, our chickens, all of them one day decided they're going to go in this garden and they're going to eat from the, and scratch all of this stuff up, which some of it survived. These two things did. Nothing else did. Connor put a little cactus in here since then, but these strawberries survived. I had a bunch of strawberries here and there. They're gone. And some of the bells of Ireland did not make it. Luckily, I was able to catch them before they got past. They got to the yarrow too. They dug up a bunch of that too. That was really frustrating. But I just came out here and pruned. And while I'm here talking about pruning, like already since I did that just like 2 days ago, look at all this new growth, these new flower shoots that are coming up. So don't be afraid to cut stuff back. Which I need to take my own advice and cut some of these daisies back. They've had their day. But so yeah, that happened. And then within literally like 2 days later, we discovered that my dog can also fit through that teeny tiny little gap. So I had to put that board there to keep stuff out. But not only am I worried about the chickens and the dog getting in here, there is, oh my God, so cute, so freaking cute. There's a little bumblebee asleep on this Cosmo. How precious. Oh, I love that. But not only that, we have a raccoon problem apparently because they've been stealing all our chicken eggs and they have been peeing on stuff, which has been killing it as well, and also digging stuff up. So that's not been fun. Oh, look, there's like a daddy long legs. Not as cute as a bumblebee asleep in there, but some wildlife. But this is also over here. These sunflowers and these dahlias are some of my favorite things over here. Let me show you this really strong volunteer sunflower that I just let grow in the middle of the path. And like, look how big and like fat the stalk is. So that's exciting to me. I didn't plant that, God did. Oh, I'll have to show you this right here. This is Connor's potato thing. He's already harvested it.
It's my hand.
It is so big. You did awesome, bud.
Elsie, you're cute. Tiny little cute.
This is him with his whole harvest, and we immediately had baked potatoes that night. Here was our PTP when it was probably at its best, but this is what it looks like now. It's dead, and that's okay because nothing can last forever. It actually did way better this year than it did last year. I'm actually next year, I think, gonna try to plant directly in the ground, and same concept though with the TP, and we're gonna try in. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys this garden area, and I'll talk about why this garden year has been blah. Okay, so here is some dahlias, as you can see, and in this particular row, I had planted probably a bajillion tubers from what I had grown last year from seed, and these are some that came up. These are the only ones that came up. This variety right here that was not my favorite, like I like it, but it's not like, oh my god, this is, oh, it makes, I mean, like I'm so happy it's here. But this particular one, 3 of the plant of this came up. So this one, there's one over there, and there's one in the other garden. So I was like, okay, like why did nothing else come up? My favorite variety that I had last year didn't come up. Also, I had bought like $80 worth of tubers, and I planted them in my front yard. And I'm like 9,000,000% sure that a raccoon dug them up, because one was growing just fine, and the next thing I know, it was ripped out of the ground. And then I found some other tubers from like the bluebells, just dug out and hanging out on the ground. So something's digging. Also, one thing that's annoying is I planted like probably 30 dahlias from seed. This is one that I just haven't put in the ground, which, because I'm like, at this point, what's the freaking point? It's not gonna live. And but yeah, I put a bunch of ones that I had grown from seed in the ground here, in spots where the other tubers didn't come up, and they're just stuck. They're stuck at this level. They have not progressed. They've been in here for like over a month or longer, and this is as far as they've gotten. So I don't know that anything's going to come of them, but that was a disappointment. Also, here's my plan this year. I wanted to plant my tomatoes on this up against this trellis, because like I planted indeterminate varieties, and only they're stunted, they're little, they're dwarfy. I don't know what's going on with that, and some of them didn't survive. They're just not thriving. It's not thriving over here this year. There's another tomato, if you can even see it. It's so microscopic. So that was frustrating. It just felt like everything that I was so stoked and like, oh, I figured it out gardening wise. It's like, no, girl, take a check on your ego and take a step back, you know? And so there's a little bee in that gladiola. But stuff is coming up. So I am trying to be really grateful for the things that are here. It's just not the garden that I thought I was going to have this year. And it's been depressing. So just want to be real with you guys. I would love for it to go differently, but you know, you only have one growing season, and you learn something every time. So that's what I'm going to take away from this, is that I'm learning things, and what I'm learning is that I'm not in control. I'm not in control, and I don't get to choose what lives or doesn't live or thrives in a certain spot, and I'll try something different next time. And I'm also learning that chickens can get into any little crack, and they will if they think there's a worm or something that they can eat. So I'm going to be more vigilant about that next year too. Thanks so much for sticking around to see what we've gotten into this week and month, and in our absence, what's been going on. And I hope that you've been having a more successful garden year than I have been so far. But I just want to be clear, I am not quitting. I'm not giving up. I am coming back and checking the plants like crazy every day, and I'm celebrating even every little small win that I see, and I'm trying not to get too bogged down in the, failures or, my lack of ambition. So with that being said, come back, see how it progresses, and we'll see how my plants continue to thrive or not.